They slept for 10,000 years. The galaxy forgot to fear them. I woke up gasping, the cold sting of cryofluid still clinging to my lungs. The hiss of decompression echoed in my ears as the pod's hatch creaked open. My muscles screamed in protest, stiff from millennia of stillness. My mind struggled to catch up to the reality around me, confusion clouding my thoughts. I blinked, trying to adjust to the sterile, dim lighting of the cryo bay. Where the hell are we? Commander Riker, systems online, came the familiar voice of Aegis, our ship's AI. Her tone was calm, but there was a slight distortion like a ghost from the past. I gritted my teeth as the pain of waking up from cryo-sleep shot through my body. Every inch of me felt frozen, as though I'd been ripped from the fabric of time itself. The familiar hum of the Valiant Dawn, our warship, was absent, replaced by an eerie silence. Aegis's voice broke the stillness again. Cryostasis has been terminated. Life support systems at 94% operational efficiency. All crew members are waking up. One by one, my crew stirred from their slumber. Sergeant Vega groaned, cracking his knuckles, while Lieutenant Harris squinted at the flickering monitors. The sight of them old faces in worn uniforms, some of us with more scars than we remembered, brought a sense of relief, but also an unsettling feeling. Status report, I croaked, my voice raw from the cryo chamber. Aegis hesitated for a moment. Commander, we have been in cryogenic stasis for 10,432 years. My blood ran cold. It was hard to process that number. A millennium, then 2, then 10 gone in the blink of an eye. The passage of time had obliterated everything we once knew. The war? Harris whispered, his voice a strained whisper as if fearing the answer. Aegis responded in her usual unflappable manner, the Zyra Dominion has conquered the galaxy. The words hit us harder than any plasma blast. We were soldiers of the Terran Vanguard, humanity's last line of defense in the Great Galactic War. We were losing, yes, but we never expected to sleep through our own defeat. The galaxy, once a vibrant hub of conflict and opportunity, had been reduced to a playground for the Zyra, their alien empire now an iron fist wrapped around everything we'd once held dear. I stood up slowly, my legs unsteady. The cryo-sleep left a fog over my thoughts, but I knew one thing with a bitter certainty: we weren't supposed to wake up to this. We're relics, Vega muttered under his breath. Fossils from a forgotten war. Maybe, I said, straightening up, trying to ignore the ache in my body, but the galaxy hasn't seen what fossils like us can do. We might have been out of touch with the galaxy, but our training, our instincts, they were still sharp. And we had something the Zyra didn't: humanity's relentless will to fight. Aegis powered up the ship's systems, running scans across the galaxy. The Valiant Dawn sensors, though outdated by the standards of the current galactic powers, still had a pulse. We could see beyond the cold, dark silence of space human colonies enslaved, cities burning under the heel of the Zyra, and nothing, absolutely nothing, left to remind us of what we were fighting for. Resistance? None to be found. The galaxy, once full of defiance and hope, was now a lifeless expanse under alien control. Commander, Aegis reported, human colonies are enslaved, resistance is non-existent. The Zyra have become complacent. I chuckled bitterly. Complacent? That's their mistake. That's our edge. Our weapons archaic, yes, but deadly. Projectile rifles, EMP grenades, and nuclear warheads. Primitive by today's standards, but devastatingly effective against an enemy that had grown too comfortable in their superiority. The Zyra had forgotten the power of brute force. They no longer feared human ingenuity or resilience. We made our first move on a Zyra outpost orbiting the remnants of Earth. Once the cradle of humanity, now just a haunted shell drifting through space. A world of rubble and memories. We had to start somewhere. Vega, Harris, and I infiltrated the station, making our way through the steel corridors like shadows. Our archaic gear, once considered second-rate, now a symbol of terror, was all we had. The Zyra guards laughed when they saw us. Their plasma rifles, gleaming with the most advanced tech in the galaxy, were toys compared to our weapons. We were relics. Fossils. That was their first mistake. The sound of gunfire echoed through the empty halls. Their plasma shields were useless against our bullets. Our tactics were as outdated as our weapons: guerrilla warfare, sabotage, ambushes. The Zyra had long forgotten the art of dirty fighting. They hadn't faced soldiers like us in millennia. We fought with a ferocity that came from years of desperation, from a lifetime of fighting for a future that now seemed impossible. Each shot, each blast, was a reminder to the Zyra that they were not invincible. And when the dust settled, we had freed human prisoners, their eyes wide with disbelief. Who are you?" one of them asked, his voice trembling. "Just soldiers," I replied, the words feeling both foreign and familiar. "And we're taking back our galaxy." As we detonated the nuclear warhead in the heart of the station, sending a blinding shockwave through space, I knew one thing for certain: the galaxy forgot to fear us. But that was about to change. The shockwave reverberated through the remnants of the station, the blast echoing across the void. We made our escape, leaving a trail of destruction behind us, and set our sights on the next target. The Zyra wouldn't know what hit them. We were human. We were survivors. And we had just awakened from a 10,000-year slumber. The fight for the galaxy had only just begun.